Welcome back. So it's cake day, C-Day. We're going to put this love cake together now. I'm going to try and make it, and that's about it really. So stay tuned and don't move your dial. To recap on this, the last stage really, we have our eggies, which we're going to need. We're going to need the large mixing bowl, which is over here. We have our cashew nut mixture, and we have our semolina mixture. So let's get cracking. So we have our eggies, which we've separated, and the sugar. Now what we're going to do is we're going to combine them in a bowl and mix them up. Okay, so now we're going to whisk these up until... So there we go, nice and light in colour now, which is pretty good. I've decided to put some pumpkin preserve actually in there, because I'm sure my mum used to put some in there. However, some rat has been in my kitchen and has decided to eat what was left of the pumpkin preserve. So I've only got a small amount now. So I don't know if it's actually even worth putting it in, but I wanna give it a crack. So we're gonna put this in with the with our cashew nut mixture here, and give it a mix up, and then also put some of the honey in there. So let's try that. I blitzed it down in a mixer with in its syrup. You should really do it dry, but because I haven't got a lot left, there'll be some flavour in the syrup as well, and I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. So I'll put the honey in now, and going to give this a mix. And now we have to beat the egg whites. The other cake, I'll cake the other cake. We have to fold it into the cake. This gets this aerates it basically. Aerates it. I don't know if that's the right term to say, but the consistency it should kind of be. Yeah, it's a bit slack, but hey, I'm not really too worried. Might need to be cooked a bit longer, but we'll see. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the thing I hate most in the world, and that's line a cake tray. Back in a bit. And don't forget, which I nearly did, to mix in the semolina base, because I forgot to do that. Oh dear, what a day. I was wondering why it felt so slack, because the rest of the cake isn't in there, the base isn't in there. We've lined the baking tin. Now we should just be able to get this in there. Sorry, I've got my back to you, so to speak. Also, I have the oven on preheat. Let's get this right into the corners. This again is going to take a while to cook. The oven should be at 300. Well, I'm hoping it is, and we're going to get it into oven. 30 minutes. See, it's coming along nicely, but to stop it from overcooking, what we need to do is we need to get some foil, bang it in again. Now we're going to have a look. What's the baking time? I think 2 more minutes. Okay, let's have another look. Okay, so we are nearly there. So what we are going to do is put it back into the oven. We're going to switch the oven off. and we're going to leave it to cook, to continue cooking. And I think I'm going to come back in about half an hour and check on it. Okay, it's nearly there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cover it again and put the heat back on to 250 for half an hour. And let's see what happens there. It's there. So it's a process of 300 degrees. Let me lean back a bit. 300 degrees for half an hour to cook fully. Then 250 for half an hour with a foil. Then switch the oven off, let it cool down, because it depends on the amount of that egg white you put in to make it loose. It also depends on the oven, I suppose, as well. So it's a question of cycling it, keeping it warm, cooking it slowly, 250 on, 250 off, and I've cycled it a couple of times. And touching the top is quite nice, and as you can also see, if I get in close, can you see it started to separate from the sides? So what I'm going to do now is, because I've got a lot of work to do, I've got the oven off. I'm going to just leave it in the oven just to finish off. Then later on during the day, or later on today, before I go to CFRU, I'm going to take it out and let it cool down, and then wrap it. So hopefully you'll see it in the unwrapping stage. Let's go. Go, baby. It's come away quite nicely from the side. And that's as it should be. If you touch it, by the way, I've washed my hands. Touch it, it is soft. There's still plenty of heat in this in the tin, so I've taken it out of the oven. What I'm going to do is let this cool down for a little bit. Then I'm going to upturn it onto a wire rack to stop it from getting too overcooked. But this is a good stage now. The paper is coming off nicely because I used a lot of butter. Can you see that? See how dark that is? That's exactly how it should be. And actually, I think this has come out a bit better as far as the wrapping paper, thinnable paper, than the Christmas cake. Not sure why. Maybe because I really did use a lot of butter. Also, you want to make sure you cook it slowly, so it's got that nice kind of a look how moist that is. Let me get, if I can get it in a bit. Can you see how moist that is? It's very moist. I'm going to turn this cake over. To turn it over, it's like that. Early up. Bang. And there, that's come out. I think this has come out quite good. I'm still not happy with the sizes of these tins. I have to measure this because some of the cakes that my mum's made has been really thick. Oops, so maybe she's used a smaller tin, I don't know. So that's quite good. You've got that kind of thing there. Let's get the light on there. Can you see this here? Shouldn't really use that because it's kind of colour in it, but that's good. It's a nice texture and come out better than I thought. So now I'm going to have to wrap this up and put it in with the Christmas cake, and this is going to be ready to go for Christmas. And what I'm going to do next is the bread pudding and the pineapple fluff. Well, that's not really for I might do that actually on the day or a couple of days beforehand, but I might do it even now. I'm not sure. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this love cake, and don't eat this till it's ready to be eaten. You could actually eat it, leave it at least a week, and then go for it. But this is going to be wrapped up, much to the annoyance of people here in the house because they want to try some, and for Christmas. Okay, from Adrian J, saying peace out and see you later. Don't go away.